Hello and welcome to the second episode of my survival playthrough of Space Engineers. As you may have noticed in the last episode, it was very quiet, and that was because I did a rookie mistake. I turned the volume so far down on my output recording that it actually disappeared, and I didn't check. This should be better. So let's get to it. I want to start here because I want to show you when you leave the game and come back what you are going to do. You're going to choose the load game and choose the game that you used to do. I have been checking out some other games. So that's why my continue game is a different one than for you. Normally you can just click continue game, but I'll show you that when you're in here and you play, if you select your playthrough, you have an option to edit settings. And if you found a mod that you like or a setting that you want to change, you can do it here. But let's load up. Right, the last time, it takes a little bit of time for my computer to load the settings, sorry. The last time that, in the last episode ended with us sitting in a seat, and to get out of it, we just press F. Now I'll kind of assume that you have gotten the basic controls right. I'll try to remember that when you find another or when I use another function, I'll try to tell you. The first thing I would like to do is to go mine some ice. If you press W, you can move forward. I just said I wouldn't say you, but I do anyways, because if you hold down the shift key while moving forwards, you run. Right. Now I'm on my ice. So I usually do that after I select my tool, I go to third person. That's the one. And to mine something that's on the ground, I usually choose my crouch with pressing C and pointing downwards and double clicking and just mine. What you can see that above my hotbar, there is a small blue line. That is the amount of stuff that I have in my inventory. When that is turning red, that means that I am actually filling up my inventory, and I will be getting a inventory full message, and I'll do that just so you can hear what it's like. Because I have the most basic of tools, it takes a long time for me to fill my inventory. Also because I actually increased my inventory size, but that's another matter. You usually drill where your crosshair is, and for me it works to drill in third person. Unless I'm drilling a hole in the ground for a mine, I'll show you that later. For a whole lot of other reasons, and that's how this third person work. I can show it to you that if I try to go over here, it changes to first person because I can't use my third person anymore. So it's all of a sudden changed perspective while you were at it, which can be pretty annoying. Now I will try to get out of my crouch position, and that makes it so I can move faster and jump, which I use with the space key. How you mine and how your style would be and what you like to do when you do it, that's totally up to your personal style of of drilling, and your reaction to the mouse controls and how you do it. Now, you'll see that in a minute my inventory will be full. Oh, come on. And you'll see these things jumping. That's because my no HUD, my automatic pickup can't pick up stuff into an inventory that's full. So, and here I go back to first person because here I can point. If you not having the automatic board pickup, you'll hover the crosshair over the thing you want to pick up and press F.
Inventory full.
But my inventory full, so that's not working. Now, because I set the amount of objects to 100, these will stay here until I have produced my object number 101, and then the first one of these will disappear. If you feel that your system is lacking, or if you're a mess and not clean up after yourself, then you may experience that your system is lagging. But that maybe. Now we will run over to H2, O2, H2, if I can say that. And I press F, and then I deposit the ice. Now I'm feeling much better, because now I can fly around as much as I want to without having to consider how much ice I have. What I will do next is I will mine some stone to find out where that will be option. I'll just fly up, and what I'm looking for is a place where I would like my base to be. This would only be a temporary base, maybe. Depends on how well I'm going to find here. I think I want my base right here, so I won't drill a hole right here where I want my base. I will go over. Let's go over here, and I can see another unknown signal, and I won't do anything about that right now because it'll stay there for 14 minutes. You see, that's a timer. So I have 14 minutes to go get it. And now I'll actually, no, I can show you what happens when I run out of fuel for my hydrogen pack. I'll drop. If I've been high up, I will be dead. I can see that. Actually, I have to, because the day is coming. Too bad. It's going to get long. Sorry, the night is coming. So, well, then you can see how it is to work in the dark, and I can show you some other things. I'll try to make these episodes in daylight because it makes it a lot easier to see, but this being getting dark, you can actually see what some other options you have. I go in here and I take out my hydrogen bottle that I put in there earlier. You can see now it fills up my jetpack, so I'm down to 87. So if I fill it again and put it back, then I have a full bottle and a full suit. That should keep me for a little while. Let's just get it here. Owie. The red thing around here is that you landed too hard. You're taking a hit on your health. As you can see, I'm down to 94 at the top. You have to keep an eye on that, or when you die, you respawn, and if you respawn when you are somewhere over there, something like that, it's a long way to go and pick up your stuff. So I'll crouch and I'll mine. And you can see my hotbar is filling up a lot faster. And that's because stone is heavier than ice. So it also means that even though I can take the same amount of volume, I can't take the same amount of or weight of ore. And that's something you have to keep in mind when you are having a ship and you can load lots of stuff in it, because if you mine ice and you can lift the ship up in a gravity world like this, doesn't mean that you can lift up a full load of ore with iron. So you just have to keep that in mind. I'll probably make that mistake when we get there, but now you know. And you can point back and say, no, you said that yourself. Well, I'm not perfect. I'm getting red. Oh, actually, I'll leave that bit and I'll go over to my ice drilling. Where did I put the ice? Down here? Somewhere, wasn't it here? Whoopsie. There. And I'll show you, and I can't do this in third person. If I hold it over here and press F, I'll take that in. And as I move it, the gravity affects the other one. So it's a lot of stuff the computer have to consider. So a lot of objects in a world like this actually means a lot for your computing efforts. So keep it low. I'll just that's right. Stop my jetpack. I'll just put in the ice, and I can't put in the stone here because I'm not connected the right way with the conveyors, as I mentioned in the previous episode. I have to get over here to my survival kit and prop in the stone. Nothing happens here, and that's because I haven't asked it to do anything. Now it's just serving as a kind of storage container for the stuff the survival kit will take. It'll take ores. Will it take? It will take this. No, it won't. Yes, it will. Okay, and that's because it can. Oh, actually, that's another thing that I'll show. Will it take from here? No, it won't. I have to get over to this, and I'll take my oxygen bottle, even though I don't need it. Refill my hydrogen. Keep my things straight when I get over here. And I'll take my oxygen bottle and put down here, and I'll show you something. Again, no, it won't. Will it take the hydrogen? No, it did that before. It won't do that. What I wanted to show was that if you take a tool like this, over in the production, you can actually disassemble it and get the productions out here. But you can't do this with this, because the survival kit is probably not what do you say, advanced enough to do stuff like that. Too bad. I would have liked to show you this. But to get this stone working, first of all, I want to show you that the battery has about 8 hours of working left. If I go to the production, I can see that because I have stone, I actually can make gravel now. It takes 100 kilos of stone to make 1 ingot of gravel. If I press once, I can see that for 100 kilos of stone, I'll get 1.4 kilo of gravel. I'll get 3 kilos of ingot. I get 0.24 kilos of nickel and 0.4 kilos of silicon. So what I'm going to do is I am going to show you how to, instead of clicking multiple times on on the icon here, you can actually, oh, well, let's take that. As I get enough materials over here, it'll show over here what I can produce. So that's one. If I hold down the control key while pressing this, it pre-selects 10. If I hold down the shift key, I'll just wait till it's finished, it'll take 100. And if I hold down shift and control, it'll take 1,000. Now it can stand there and eat, and it tells me now that I need 109,000. I only got 7.5, so at one point it'll just, yeah, not enough stone. But another thing about this working is that if I go to my battery thing, you can see I only have 3 hours left. So, and once you're out of power, you really don't have anything to do. So I'll just stop this for a while, and I do that by right-clicking on it, and it stops. You can see that now I have the ability to make some stuff over here. Now what I want to show you is, I'll just make a quick base here, just so to get started. And to start, you select your thing that you want to do. In your hotbar, you have your tool selecting 1, 2, and 3, and in number 4, you have your modules. If I select 4, I get this. This is different kinds of armor. This is a full armor. This is a light armor slope, and I'm choosing between them while using my scroll wheel. Light armor with corner, light armor slope, light armor with corner, and so on. If I want to put it down here and I click, it tells me you need steel plate. So I need to get some steel plates. Now, luckily, yeah, I have to get over here to get those. Right there. Luckily, in my inventory, I grounded down some steel plates. So I just double click on them to transfer them over to my stuff here. And all of a sudden, oh, I should say all of a sudden, it's 4 minutes. Nah, maybe I should get over there. Yeah, maybe I'll do that first. I'll just fly over here and see what's there. And you see there's a different kind of pod there. What's in the cargo? Credit, some stuff like that, and this annoying buzzer, special items, where will that be? It'll be there. And I got a cow grinder. Yippee! Right. Now I select my number 2, and I double click, and I grind away. Sometimes when you crouch, it'll be easier to get to the stuff that's closer to the ground. And I'm making an intentional thing here. You see, I'm using and working against the gravity. So it started to move. I kind of salvaged it. That was not intention. My intention was for the whole thing to go south, but I was just too fast. Right. And moving along to my respawn pad, and it's ice. It shows me ice all the time. I know there's ice. So, whoops. Right. Actually, what I was doing when I was in getting my getting my steel plates, it was actually begin healing me. If I want to do that faster, I have to go around to the other side of the survival kit, and I press this one. This one will, if I hold F, it will give me my health and my energy and my hydrogen back. So I'm at full percent. All right. Base. Now it's green, which means that I can place it anywhere I want it to. If you press, you have an option to have two big and small blocks. At this point, you'll use big blocks, and you will use it. And if you press B, you can change to gravity aligned planet because you want a gravity aligned placement because you want it to be aligned to the gravity on this world. If you're out in space, it doesn't really mean that much, but here it will. If you place it halfway down the ground, it'll automatically turn into a station, which gives you some benefits. But let's just place it by clicking. And I just want to press 4. To make them go together, I have to point on an existing block to make it stick to this one. Now I could weld it up, but that will be kind of a waste of resources. I'll just do it just to show you what it looks like. But right now I have spent 25 steel plates, and one of these only takes 1. So this is actually 24 blocks I could have put up before I could. Now there is that when you weld it up, the transference and energy will be better, so it's not totally wasted. But now I'm going to show you, because I'm going to do this and make a windmill. So I'll choose my regulars and my thing, and I'll just now there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is, I guess, the minimum amount to get optimal effect out of your windmill. You choose your number 7 to put on a windmill. Now this is only the framework or the scaffolding to one, and you can see over on the right what you need to build one. So you need interior plates, motors, construction comp, girders, and computers. So you go down. Now you hope that you actually got what you need. Just selecting 0 makes sure that you don't see that thing all the time. And see what you got in your other inventory. You got interior plates, and you got some motors there, but otherwise you got some motors here. Yeah, I have to go around to this others to get it, and computers and construction comps. All right. I'll get to here, and I'll take the things out of this. This I didn't need. I just want to show one thing, is that if I use the scrap metal, if I take the scrap metal and put over here, nothing happens because the survival kit is not able to handle this thing. So I'll put that in my small cargo container. I don't need to use that. And I just to multiply to the things already there, I drag it over on top of the other one, and it kind of multiplies. So welding. Yep. And I weld. and it tells me what I need over here. I need 4 motors and 24 girders. Right. Go over here, and I'll try on production to order 4 motors. 1, 2, 3, 4. Missing items. That's because it takes a little while to figure out what it is that it's going to need. You can see down here what's in your inventory. You got your 4 motors and what you got left of this. So I'll just make a little bit more of that. I need a lot of girders, 30. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 20 and 30. It takes things in succession, and if I wanted to make another motor, actually it'll wait until it's finished with this, or I can just take this and move that over, and when it finds out that it actually has what it has, it will has what it needs, it'll go over there. I don't know why it doesn't do that. Sometimes it takes a little bit. Could be my system that's kind of quiet, still damned bad. That's what I'm using. Now it finds out. Normally it will take the first one in the line there, and it will and if you move them around, it'll change the priority. It will assemble them. I don't know why it didn't do that here. But if I try to move these things over here, it won't work, because this is just a listing of the inventory. I have to go over to the inventory, and I have to take the engines and the girders, and this is where the larger inventory size actually matters. If you remember, I chose to have 10 times amount of industry. That gives me 4,000 liters, and that means that I would only have, if I didn't do that, I would only have, I think, about, if one time realistic, I only have 400 liters. That would what I'll be able to carry. It was set to 3, so that would be 1,200. So I would just be able to take this. But because I have the ability to carry 4,000 liters, it doesn't. I don't have to think about it that much, and it takes less trips back and forth. All right. Now I go there and I weld, and you can see there is a line going up. When the red line is going up, is because that you are welding it up, but it's not functional. When I go a little bit further, there actually it's functional, but it doesn't. I haven't used all the things. Now all the things are deposited in here, so I won't spill that. But if I didn't have enough of one thing, I would able to just get it up to where it was functional, and this would actually be okay. But I'll just finish it, and it'll actually finish. Now, what I need now to actually use this energy, because the windmill will do this, it will go around and around all the time, and it will then try to send energy down to something that's not here. So what are we going to do? We're going to use a battery. Now there's no battery on your hotbar. No, just stuff like that. So what you're going to do is you press your G key, and that'll give you all the blocks available to you. And right now there's not so many. But if you go into your, that's because you have to research it or find it or get it or whatever other plans to actually do it. If you go into your progression, you can see there's a lot of stuff here that you are not able to build, but you have to build something else first. So if you build, for instance, this basic assembler, you will get access to build all the other stuff that's connected to it. So if you see, what does it take to get a battery? A battery stores power and is able to distribute. Unknown technology, you have to research it first. That means that I have to go up one bit to see what I need to build it, and I have to build a basic assembler first. Alright, that's the one down here. Things are connected. So if I'll take my number 5, sorry, and put it here, and weld this up to functional. It takes some time. Oh, I need 33 steel plates and 9 motors and 3 displays. See if I can remember this. Ah, that's smart. Which is not, but well, I need production. I need 23 steel plates and 3 motors and was it 4 displays? I think it's 4 displays. And as they get here, I'll weld it up. Nah, it was not 10 motors. It was for 1 motor with 10 motors. And it was still 9 steel plates. Alright. And that's because I'm missing whatever, so I'll just take 30 here. And as soon as it gets to what it needs, it will start producing them. It was, if I go to the inventory, this motors. That was what I was missing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. And what was the construction? Oh, my mind is really bad. Construction comes okay, so it was computers. And again, and computers, and I'll make 100 of those. I'll hold down my shift key and press 100. And yes, I heard there was an unknown signal landing. We'll get to that just in a bit. See, now isn't that starting on that one or that one? Because that was it first. If I just move this over, it should start. That actually needs some stone. All right, I'll go get that one. There was so much to do, so little time. I'll just refill my oxygen bottle here, and I will deposit. What? Was it too fast? Oh, it's too fast. I will deposit all the stuff I don't need here, and I'll get out and get over here. And don't hit the trees, because you will die. Another type. Go to the car. Okay, yes, good. And the buzzer I hate. Thank you. Didn't find anything specific, but we have a antenna here, and that will give us some radio comm components, some computers, and some more stuff. All right. All right, thing grinded, and going back. Ice. All right, I already got ice, no problem. Got a boom. Now I'm gonna weld whatever I collected, see if that's enough. And not. I'm missing 3 motors, I guess, in being functional. 2 production, and I still I still need some stone. Well, I think I'll stop my my episode here, and I'll get to mine whatever the stone I need, and in the next episode we'll continue building the base and putting on batteries and whatever we need for it.